Good morning, Dean.
Steve, how are you going?
Good, how are you today?
Very good, thank you for joining us on what isn't the best day of weather, but you know, it's mostly just going to really display what this Bioptic driving day is about and the assistance that it can give to a person that has vision impairment.
Yeah, so today's a demonstration day where we'll be having the Bioptic Driver circulating on the circuit. Tell us a little bit about why Wakefield Park wanted to be involved in that.
Yeah, look, our venue is all about giving those opportunities to people to be able to enjoy motoring, whether it's racing around the track, learning to drive, or you know, people with a vision impairment being able to practice, learn, and become confident in driving. And what Wakefield Park really want to do is be a part of that journey. Whether or not, whatever stage you're at, Wakefield Park want to be a part of that journey. And as you can say, as you just said, the demonstration of Bioptic driving today is the beginning of something that could be massive and huge and impact many lives. And Wakefield Park want to be a part of that journey for many motorists. So absolutely everyone should have the opportunity, and we're just happy that we can be a part of that journey for these drivers.
Yeah, that's great, that's great. It's very helpful. There are over 200,000 Australians that can benefit from Bioptic driving. So to get access to the venue to do a day like today, to do the filming and show what it is fantastic. So on behalf of Bioptic Drivers Australia, I'd like to thank you and thank Wakefield Park for making the venue available.
Yeah, well thank you very much, Steve, but it is absolutely our honour to be able to have it. You just touched on it there. There's 200,000 people that could benefit from Bioptic driving, and Wakefield Park's got to play its part in ensuring that part of those 200,000 people. I encourage any venue with the facilities that like we have of a 2.2 kilometre circuit where they can go around, learn to drive, and really use this technology to benefit their life. I can't stress enough that everyone should be jumping on board that, and Wakefield Park are ecstatic to be a part of this today and any ongoing event similar to this.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, very much appreciated, mate, and let's see how we go today. It should be good. So
I'm sure we're going to have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Daniel, how are you today? Good, Steve. Good. Beautiful weather.
Lovely, is it? Yeah, perfect day for it.
Yeah.
So look, 50 motos. You're here for the Bioptic Driver Australia, Bioptic Drivers Australia demonstration day. So tell us a little bit about why 50 wanted to be involved.
It was obviously the opportunity became available, and doing a little bit of research there and seeing obviously the development of that technology and the impact it has on people's lives, and giving them the same freedoms, I guess, that probably us as everyday licence holders take for granted. So when the opportunity presented itself, we thought it was important, you know, with our vehicles and with our trainers to be able to provide that support and obviously come out here and help them make the day happen.
Yeah, fantastic. So being the largest driving school in Canberra, it's a big commitment for you to send a couple of staff up here, so it's very much appreciated. Tell us a little bit about how the day will run.
Yeah, so look, we're going to run a series of cameras inside the cars, and one of the important parts of driving, of course, is observation and hazard perception. So we're going to be trying to simulate that while we're out on the circuit. We're going to turn the circuit into a two-way road, and as part of that, we'll have the cameras filming how the drivers react to, you know, different obstacles, different style of intersections, and of course giveaways and stop signs and those sorts of things on the road as well, which they're going to face on the public street. And we're trying to give them those conditions here locally.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, terrific. So really the day's about just observing how they drive the vehicle, and they can interact with traffic safely, and getting them to talk through what they're seeing and how they're responding.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, obviously we want to try and simulate real-world conditions as much as possible, but part of that, there has to be an element of control as well, and of course being able to communicate with the other cars. You know, it's not staged in any way. We're going to try and make it as, you know, freely functioning and flowing like you would expect to see on the public street. And then of course by just having the dual controls there and a couple of other things, that gives us an element of control just in case something does go wrong.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, well look, on behalf of Bioptic Drivers Australia, thank you very much for donating your time and your cars, and the rain's getting heavier, so hopefully everyone can hear us.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks, Steve, for the invitation, and really happy to be here.
Very well. Thank you.
Good
Morning, Belinda. How are you today?
Thanks. How are you, Steve?
Good, good. So we're here with Belinda O'Connor today, who is the representative from Bioptic Drivers Australia today. So tell us a little bit about Bioptic Drivers Australia and what the organisation is trying to achieve.
Okay, thanks, Steve. So Bioptic Drivers Australia is an organisation that was set up by Bioptic Drivers for Bioptic Drivers. So essentially a Bioptic driver is a person who uses assistive technology to be able to do the driving task. And the reason Bioptic Driver Australia is needed is because we wanted to have a opportunity for people who have low to moderate central vision loss to be able to talk about bioptic and low vision driving in a closed community. We also wanted eye health professionals, occupational therapists, driving instructors, orientation mobility specialists to also talk in a closed community about how they could support bioptic driving, and also make that information available for all parties involved in the system so that there is information out there and resources and support for everybody.
Yeah, terrific, terrific. And so we're doing a demonstration drive today. So can you talk a little bit about what we're trying to achieve today?
Yep, great. So the reason we're having the demonstration day is that we want to show Australians that bioptic driving exists. We want to show Australians that how bioptics are used for driving, and how they can improve safety outcomes for people who have low vision. So it's really an opportunity to allow the drivers to do something that people take for granted every day. But for some people it's considered to be risky, but it's understandable because eyesight's very important. And so the reason that we're here is to show that this can be done.
Right, fantastic. We picked probably the worst weather conditions we could today, so it's going to be a really good opportunity to demonstrate how safe driving can be.
Yep.
So thank you very much. Thank you for your time, and let's get out there and see how we go.
Thanks, Steve. Great to be here.
Thank you, Belinda. So Daniel, Jono, how'd you go out there today with your Bioptic drivers? Talk to us a little bit about how they performed, were they seeing things well in advance, were they responding? So Jono, let us...
Yeah, no, absolutely. Really good scanning, long distance. We're scanning for all their different intersections. We had a stop sign today and a giveaway sign. We're also looking at different traffics, so levels of traffic, where they're coming through, what are they doing. So yeah, I think from my experience, yeah, really good job with those ones today.
And who did you have with you today?
I had Beck.
You had Beck.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. All right, well done, Beck.
Yeah.
Daniel, who is your driver?
I had young Ross, and yeah, he's on his L plates, obviously. About 30 hours of practice so far in his logbook. So, you know, common errors that you would expect from a learner. Very nervous. He's got a stranger sitting beside him and stuff. Obviously, Jono's driver's a little bit more seasoned, a bit more experienced. The observation point of view, or from that point of view, I should say, he was very good. It was good for me to be able to ask questions of Ross as well and understand how the Bioptic worked and how it aided him. Getting that detail and watching the way Ross moved his head or dipped his head to use the Bioptic to then grab detail. So, you know, he could make out a giveaway sign, for instance, by its shape and colour, but then to actually see the detail of the giveaway, he would then, you know, dip his head a little to use the Bioptic. So seeing it in use was, it was pretty cool.
Okay, fantastic. That's really good to hear. And as a learner driver, that's with only 30 hours, that's quite good to hear.
Yeah, and he's never driven in the rain before, so we threw it all at him today.
Hasn't driven in the rain.
No.
Yeah, look at it today.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So look, that's fantastic. So if you were to say they booked you for a lesson or something, would you be happy to take them out on the road?
Yeah, look, absolutely, I think so.
Yeah. No, from the experience that we gathered today, absolutely.
All right, fantastic.
I think as well, in talking to Beck and listening to that conversation, obviously, as she said, you know, her having the freedom of having a licence is fantastic, but for her the benefit is driving on familiar roads. So although she's got a licence, it does have an area restriction on it, and that's, I believe it was 30 or 40 kilometres radius from her house. But there's still enough movement there. It reduces the risk for her, but there's still enough movement there that she can get out and enjoy somewhat of a normal life like the rest of us experience.
So it gets that independent.
Correct.
Right. Fantastic. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time today and for your feedback.
Thanks very much. Thank you.